So, this is going to be my final review for the Blacksad series. But yes, I know there is a fourth book called A Silent Hell, which has been translated of this year. I don't know how to get it or where to get it, so sorry. So it'll just officially, this is the last one. And this is the third story, Blacksad Red Soul. Now in this one takes place in the early 50s, during the whole communist Red Scare, you know, when America was very gung-ho about, you know, the early years of the Cold War, and we were just convinced that there was going to be a nuclear apocalypse that was going to be started by the Russians. And this really plays up with it. Blacksad has hit hard times. He's working for a philanthropist, tongue-tied there, and basically because he can't make any money, and he's pretty much, he knows this guy is crooked, but he needs the money. But then he discovers that one of his, a college friend of his, Professor Lieber, one of his college professors has, is in town, you know, talking about the nuclear bomb. And Blacksad goes to see him, and then later discovers him and these other 12 members that were part of they're basically all European citizens, mostly Russian and Ukrainian, and they're under lock and key, and one of them is murdered. And they're known as the 12 Apostles. And Blacksad offers his service to help his friend, and he later discovers, you know, his friend is not exactly clean on any accounts. Also in here, Blacksad gets a new love interest named Alma, who is a up-and-coming writer. And Blacksad and Alma's romance it really has a sad ending to it. We also get the return of Weekly, which I was really hoping for, like I said in the last review. And also in here we get the return of the Commissioner, Smirnov. And he doesn't really do a lot in here. He just basically tells, you know, he basically has the whole, you know, go get him, Blacksad, you know, you can do the stuff I can't do. So it's pretty much that. Also in here we get some new characters, one named Gottfield, who's just incredibly insane. He just loses at the end because he is solely convinced the whole world's going to end in nuclear fire. And towards the end of the book, you see him just digging this pit, just screaming and yelling. And also in here we have another guy who is probably the biggest asshole. This guy's named Senator Gallo, who is a rooster. He's a rooster, and he is the biggest prick ever. I mean, seriously, he blackmails Blacksad into working for him in exchange for helping, you know, Lieber. So this is a very darker story. I still say Arctic Nation is still my favorite, but this one, I will say this. This was also excellently done. This has a lot more action. This one feels like a more harder drama series, because in here we have a hitman also in here, and that adds to the tension, as well as, you know, the whole communist Red Scare. That really helps out too. And this is just a story that has Blacksad at his limits. You know, he really doesn't know how to trust his friend. You know, he really doesn't know whose side am I really playing on here. You know, am I helping the right person? This is one where he's just really in question of himself. Really, he is at, like, his, more or less, his wit's end about his morals. And towards the end, he pretty much loses it all. Almost loses it all. Excuse me. He almost loses everything he has. But in here we get some really good dialogue. And again, this is more of a drama series than it is an action series. But I will say this has a lot more action. Somewhere in the Shadows had a lot of action too. But like I said, these are supposed to be like hard-hitting noir stories with anthropomorphic traits. So, like I've said through the last two reviews, go get this book. You won't be disappointed. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this series. I can't talk enough about it. It's just a really damn good series, and I'm really hoping I can find the fourth story called A Silent Hell. Apparently, that one's supposed to take place somewhere in Louisiana. I think it's in the Bayou, Louisiana Bayou. So that one already intrigued me. It's supposed to deal with voodooism and something like that, from what I heard and what I've looked for. But all in all, you know, Red Soul, once again, this is probably my, I want to say third to second favorite. I don't know. Actually, no, I don't know how to list them all, but definitely right now, Arctic Nation is still my favorite one out of the three. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this review, and not just this review, but also of the 3 Blacksad stories I've reviewed. And yeah, I'm out.